have to tell you, Harper, everywhere I go, people try to hand me their music. They try to sell me on playing them all the time. And you didn't do that one bit.
I didn't. Yeah. I just thought it was cool. I mean, you were doing yoga right behind me. And to be honest, I didn't have my contacts in. And I was like, that guy behind me is like sliding into his Warrior 2, like how Bobby was dancing.
Oh, yeah. How about that?
And,
wow.
Yeah. And then you
Awkward
were,
at all things, yoga and Warrior 2.
But you were committed. You
I
were
was.
super committed. And then, I was getting water and you walked by and you had on, I don't know if it was a red shirt or red something. I was like, I'm just going to see if that's him. And it was. But I did vote. I was like, why didn't you bring the mirror ball, though, to yoga?
I know.
That's the
It
real
doesn't like to
question.
get sweaty. It likes to stay dry. So we're in class. We leave. We're walking down the stairs. And I say, you played softball at Auburn, right?
Yeah, so my first year at Auburn, I was there to play softball. I ended up having 3 shoulder surgeries, and it cut my career short. And I went from playing softball straight into musical theater. And when that door shut, another door opened, and it led me to realize I could do music as a living, and that led me here to Nashville.
How long have you lived in Nashville?
6 years.
So her name's Harper Grae, Grae. I've never heard you sing. I've heard your song.
Yeah, I know. Isn't that wild?
Most times I've heard someone, a friend of a friend. How you doing, bud?
Yeah,
Good,
this
how are
is
you?
Rand.
Are you a guitar player?
Just along for the ride.
All right, good. Well, glad you're here too. Yeah. I've never heard you sing, so a little bit of me is like, I wonder what this is gonna be like.
Yeah.
Are you pretty good or no?
I mean, I sing from my heart, so yeah.
It's like church, make a joyful noise.
Make a joyful noise, sing from your heart, tell a story. You know, that's what this song in particular is all about. So
Speaking of the song that's called Monster, I saw because you had sent an Insta story to me and you said that this week was particularly rough for you.
yeah, you saw it?
I did see it.
Oh, cool. This week, I mean, man, like, it's just so cosmic. I said that in my Instagram post, just being here, not only this week, but today, finding out that I was going to be here on this particular day is the year anniversary that my mom passed away. And try not to get emotional, but the genesis of this song, it came when I was riding home from her funeral. And addiction, it touches so many people, especially the children of someone who's lived an addicted life. And I realized on that drive home, it doesn't touch anyone as much as the person living it. And that's where Monster came from. I wanted to talk about the struggle that she went through. And right before she passed, I was going to the hospital and spending time with her while she was in the hospital. And a pastor came from her community because I didn't live a life with her. And I was really struggling with trying to figure out where she was going to go, because at that point we realized she was probably going to pass away. And I was really struggling with what now? You know, where are you going to go to heaven? And he just looked at me and he was like, a week before she had a stroke, she was crying out to the Lord for help, and he's going to heal her. And that's what the bridge of this song is all about, is her crying out. And I'm going to try not to get emotional singing it, because it's just, I never in a million years thought a year later I'd be here singing this song. And it's just such an incredible way to shine a light on her story, one that wasn't the lightest. You know, it was a pretty dark story, but it still mattered. And
It mattered. And my mom died the same way. I don't know if you know that, but
yeah. And when all this happened, I was like, man, like that yoga class, it was just yoga. You know, I wasn't an artist, and you weren't Bobby Bones. You know, you were just in there doing your thing. And it was almost like our moms might have been working together to get us there that day for that reason. At least that's what I think.
And again, in no way did she ever, I had to like beg her to tell me what her job was.
Yeah.
And in a town where I will put my car somewhere and there'll be CDs on the windshield wiper. And she was like, oh, yeah, music. And I was like, well, what do you do? Do you like, I'm an artist. Oh, yeah, what's your name? I don't want to. And then I got it out of her, and then I kept it on my phone, and I got on a plane, and I said, let me listen to this Harper Grae. And, and I heard the song, and I was like, wow.
I mean, it's just this day. I'm still in shock, and it really is just something bigger than I could ever put into words. And I wrote you a thank you note that says a little bit more about that. Of just like, thank you for being kind in this industry and walking the talk that you talk every day, because # he got a mic too. But yeah, it really means a lot. And just following through, like, y'all are all so kind, and it's just nice to see that y'all really are. And I brought y'all some Chloraseptic and Germex, because, you know.
Yeah, I got it. Whatever that stuff is, I have right now.
Yes.
Well, listen, I'm very impressed. And then I saw you start to crack a little bit, getting emotional, and I was like, you pulled through it.
Yeah, I mean, it's tough, because it's like, you know, I mean, that song, as songwriters, sometimes they don't tell you have to sing the songs you write. And writing that song was, I had the chorus and the bridge written on that ride home from her funeral, and then wrote the rest of it with two writers in town, Will King and Dakota. And I just being able to be honest and sing songs that matter to me and tell a story, it's really important. And that bridge, it gets me every time, to be honest, when I really put myself in it. And I just appreciate y'all for allowing me to be in a safe place, and to sing it with somebody who understands is really just magical.
I think you said something, well, it was before you sang, that was super powerful, that is like sticking with me the whole time you were singing it. You said, I'm paraphrasing what you said, but you were talking about how she didn't have the lightest story. It was dark. She had a dark story, but it mattered. Yeah. So like everybody, I think that's an important message, that everybody's story matters, even if it's not, the prettiest or the lightest, and you're giving voice to her story, and then giving comfort to others. I don't have an experience like you and Bobby, with, a mother that had addiction, or a father, anything that had an issue like that. And I read a little bit about you yesterday, so now I'm kind of putting that out there, but I know that your childhood wasn't the easiest, and that you get to use music as therapy, and and then in turn is therapy for other people listening. Yeah. And it can be healing. So I love that you're putting light on her story.
Thank you. You
were raised by your grandparents?
I was raised by my grandparents, Mimi and Big Daddy, and my Aunt Di. They're all Auburn fans.
Of course, you got to throw that in there. Yeah. I asked her, I said, are you Roll Tide or War Eagle? She was like, War Eagle. Yeah.
Eagle.
Yeah. My grandma adopted me because my dad wasn't around. And, my mom died in her 40s from the same thing. It's just like hearing your story. So it's like, I get it. Yeah. It sucks, but here's the thing. It will make you so strong later on because of it, and you'll be able to help so many more people because of it. Yeah. Because I don't sit here sympathizing for you. I empathize with you, if that makes sense. Yeah. Because I've been there, and there are so many other people that have no idea someone's gone through it as well. And by you voicing that and sharing that, and same thing with me, I wrote my first book, I put all that story in there. And I thought, man, people are going to feel so sorry for me. And I didn't know if I liked that. And it turns out that was not the case at all. Mm-hmm. If anything, people came up to me and they said, oh, I'm glad you shared that, because something very similar happened to me. So I would just encourage you to just keep sharing it. And it is never easier, and it's never awesome. Right. But it does make it easier and more awesome for others. And so I applaud you for that. And it was really great to meet you. How weird that here we are.
I know.
Like, we were both beat up and busted after a yoga class. I think I went to you and I was like, is this the hard class?
You did.
Yeah, I was like, because I was
like advanced.
Yeah.
Yes, we were doing
like,
this
was that
class.
for advanced
I was like, is that
people?
an advanced class? She was like, no. And I was like, oh, God. Oh, no.
You did great, though. You really did. You were sliding into all the positions.
Sliding, because I couldn't catch my feet. Harper Grae, that is called Monster, and download it, stream it. Mm-hmm. So what are you doing? Are you like what's the career happening right now?
Yeah, I work a 9 to 5, and I do night rides. I work at Solero Commerce at WeWork downtown. They do digital integration and payment integration, and I work for the CEO. I'm his personal assistant. They're awesome, and I do night rides every single night, and on the weekends I'm on the road. So that's pretty much my grind.
Really?
And yeah, I mean, when you got to take care of yourself, you got to figure it out. And
oh yeah, sometimes you got to work 9 jobs to just do.
Amen.
To have a little bit of time to do the one you really want to do.
Yeah, it's so true.
Harper Grae. And what's your Instagram? And what's your Twitter?
Yeah, Harper Grae, Grae music. And my Twitter is exactly the same. Website, same.
Harper Grae music.
Come through. Yep, Harper Grae music.
Harper, Grae music.
Yep.
Can we say do you say what Grae stands for?
Yeah.
Oh, that's not your real name?
No, so it's actually a full stage name. Harper is my grandparents' last name. Mm-hmm. And Grae is an acronym for God Redeems All Equally. So,
how did you know that?
I told you I read about her yesterday. Oh.
Yeah.
I saw she was coming in, so I just started reading about her. And then you shared it. And then I liked the song when you played it yesterday. And so.
So what? I did yoga with her.
Which we should all do yoga together.
Yeah,
if we're down, let's go through.
So what's your real first name?
Shanna Henderson.
All right.
Yeah.
What do your friends call you?
It depends. So they now call some of them call me. It varies. My real friends call me Shan. So that's
Shan.
Yeah.
And then Jimmy, you're good, right? Jimmy. All right. Harper Grae music. HarperGrae. Harper Grae Music. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Bobby.
Check out Monster, and we will be back in just a second.
It's a Bobby Bones Show.